Okay, hi, whoever you are. This is my review of Silent Hill, Fatal Frame, or Silent Frame. Anyway, let me just first start out by saying this game rocks. This game fucking rules. Okay, here's the intro.
Don't move too quickly. You're still just waking up. If you can hear this, you're still alive. I don't know how long it's been. The house keeps shaking. Everything's the same as before. And you got caught up in the middle of it. It's like this sickness. The foundation.
So maybe one thing I would say is that the intro is a little long, and all of it's good. You know, everything here is good, but like it, you know, I think maybe some of this could have been delivered maybe over the course of the first run. I don't really know if I was allowed to like leave the location of this radio. Like, I don't want to miss it because it's good, but it is, the very first kind of moment in the game is standing next to a radio for like a minute, which I think, I think maybe some of this stuff could have been delivered piecemeal over the course of the first loop, and I think that would have been better. Like, anyway, so here we go. So you're in a crime scene. Oh, okay, I'll shut up for a sec. So anyway, basically this game is it's like an anomaly game. So it's like kind of like Exit 8 if you've played that. Not really the kind of horror game I normally go for, but I think this is a really great rendition. I don't know. I feel like I'm just not sufficiently observant for these games. But the premise anyway is that you go through loops in a single area and you try to notice stuff that's like a little bit different each loop. And if you do that enough, then you beat the game. So Exit 8, you got to get through like 8 loops in a row. I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I just played it for the first time the other day. And you go through the subway station a few times, and you gotta notice the thing 8 times in a row in order to win. Anyway, so this is kind of a similar idea, except you're going through a crime scene. I think first of all, this is like a really great idea for a setting. It's really, really smart, I think. It is a house, and so it is a little bit in this like genre of PT inspired horror games that we've seen a lot, like Visage. It's kind of got this feel, but I think the crime scene, sort of commitment to the crime scene, helps distinguish it a bit. And there's all kinds of cool details. Like, okay, in this room, you can see there's like this weird pattern on the walls. I don't know if this is like an Unreal lighting thing. I think this game is made in the Unreal Engine. I kind of forget. But yeah, it almost looks like water, like from reflected off a pool. Anyway, I thought this was really cool. I spent a long time looking at this, but anyway. So the idea is that you go through this area. It kind of gradually gets more and more familiar. Okay. So yeah, there's a camera in this game. I don't know if silent frame. I don't know if the frame there is kind of a reference to Fatal Frame, where you also have a camera and you kind of take pictures of ghosts. Anyway, so the camera is the main thing that you use to figure out if there's something weird, like find an anomaly. Oh yeah, there's this cat. Okay, this cat is a great addition. I love this. So this is your safe room in here. You kind of go through, you take pictures of the anomalies you find, and then you kind of put them onto this board this tells you all the different kinds of anomalies. So there's like, I don't know, I couldn't really figure out all the buttons here. Maybe I'm just not good at computers, but there are these 4 kinds of anomalies: evidence, EM, spectral, and manifestation. So evidence is like some part of the crime scene I got tampered with. EM is like weird electronic stuff. Spectral warning is like, I don't know, something a little ghostly. And then manifestation is like a demon guy comes to get you. I'll talk a little bit more about it later on. I think these 4 categories, maybe, like, I don't know. There's a bunch of times where I got some evidence and it sort of felt like it could fit into any of these categories. So I think maybe, I don't know, a way of sharply distinguishing them might have been good. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how to get through this area. So let me just fast forward. Okay, so once you get to this board, you kind of put your pictures on and then you categorize them. And if you categorize them correctly, then you move on to the next level. And that's the whole game in a nutshell, essentially, is you go through a loop of this house. The house changes each time. You have to notice what aspects have changed and photograph them, and then finally categorize them. And I think this structure is really great. I think, you know, if I have to nitpick, as we're going to see later on, I think the categorization part is, I think, weak, because I think many of the anomalies don't really seem to me to fit very cleanly into exactly one. I don't know, maybe that's the point. It's supposed to be a bit of a guessing game, but it did kind of make it a bit frustrating for me at times. Okay, anyway, I think I'm going to fast forward through this first one of mine because nothing really happened in it. I didn't really find anything interesting, but some of the later runs have some cool stuff, so let's just get to that. Okay, so I didn't really do a good job there. It said almost when I didn't do a good job, which I think is generous. I don't think I was really almost. I think I just didn't really notice anything. So here we go again, second run. Now I'm like trying to be a little bit more careful because, you know, I haven't really commented too much on a lot of the aspects of the game right now, but it just feels really nice to play. The house is very atmospheric. It looks great. The sound design is really nice. There's so many aspects of this game to love. Like the environment design is really good. So I don't know. I was pretty motivated to continue playing. Here I'm just checking to see if photographing the crime scene banner things would make them disappear, because like earlier it kind of made them disappear, and this one photographing them doesn't make them disappear. Anyway, I'm gonna just fast forward because I'm mostly just scanning, hunting for anything. Anyway, here I notice like a little bit of Z fighting on the wall. At first I thought it was an anomaly, but I think it's just some Z fighting. So this is, you know, for the developer, like it doesn't really matter that much, but might be something you want to change. This mannequin, by the way, this mannequin's great. I really like it. Very creepy. I don't know exactly what the deal with it was. As we're going to see later on, it does move actually, and this I didn't expect to see it move, but it does. Okay, so I don't do a very good job again. Here's my, I don't know, third, fourth attempt. I lost track. This one I do a little bit better. So I noticed this guy, which is clearly a little bit creepy. I think there's only one anomaly here, which I didn't fully realize. There's a sign in the safe room which says like anomaly is 1 or anomaly is 2, and I think that tells you how many things you gotta hunt for. So I think probably at this point I could have just skipped forward, which is what we're gonna do right now. Okay, so this time I really do have an anomaly, but one of the things I was kind of struggling with is like, what kind of anomaly is it? I did correctly identify it, which brings me to loop 2, which is what we're looking at right now. So the painting is gone. This door is open now, so I kind of run in here, I look around. I noticed this like weird sound in this corner, which actually turns out it was coming from a different room, but I thought for sure it was like something weird here, so I take a picture, head over here, look around. We're going to skip forward a bit to the actual anomaly that I found. Okay, one more. Okay, so here it is. It's a dryer. When you walk over to it, it opens up, and I take a picture. So it was a creepy moment. It was definitely a creepy moment. I appreciated it. That's pretty much the end of that loop. Okay, let's skip. Okay, so now we're on to the next loop. I'm gonna skip forward through most of it, but I will show you this bathroom. So, yeah. Eventually you unlock this bathroom area, and this is great. This is the best area of the game, I think, for sure, from what I've seen. I didn't see the whole game. I don't think I really got particularly far. But yeah, this bathroom is a real highlight. Look at the tiles. Look at the ceiling. There's like dirt on the ceiling. This toilet. Okay, I already left the bathroom, but I come back. I really think this bathroom was so good. Like, there's this toilet in the weird corner. Oh yeah, there's some garbage bags here. I think they're the anomaly this time. Anyway, unfortunately, there wasn't an anomaly in the bathroom this time. I go back in just to look around. There's nothing really here, but look at the toilet. That's such a weird place for a toilet. I think this is great. This is such a well-designed room. I just really, really love it. Really love it. Also, yeah, that mannequin is so creepy. So good. Such a good placement. Really good. Love the shadow. Love the window with the shadow. Really, yeah, excellent. Anyway, okay, let's keep going. Okay, so I think this kind of brings me to my main criticism of the game, if I can. There's a lot of, like, I sort of know there's an anomaly in the house, and I'm kind of looking for it, but the anomalies stand out so much when you see them that it's never really a question. And so it's and maybe, it could be that this type of game just isn't for me. It definitely could be. I played Exit 8, and I like this game a lot more than Exit 8. This game is, I think, really great. But there's a lot of me just kind of wondering, oh, this is great. Oh, okay, there's this like bad guy. Anyway, I just immediately run over to him because I didn't really expect there to be like a death state in the game, but there is. And so I was very pleasantly surprised. But anyway, there are actually enemies that can kill you in this game. But anyway, yeah, I think my criticism of this kind of game, and maybe people like this, is it is a sort of I Spy in a sense. You're really kind of wandering through an environment looking for something that is, once you see it, pretty obvious, and that there's like 5 anomalies in this level, and so you gotta 2 or 1 or however many. And so I'm just kind of retracing my steps until I find the really obvious anomaly. Then I take a photo of it, and then I go put it into the anomaly box and try to guess what kind of anomaly it is. And sometimes it's really obvious what kind of anomaly it is, but at least in my experience, not necessarily. So I just took the picture of this like weird blood splatter, and there's like a few different kinds of an anomaly it could be. So let me skip forward. Okay, so I get here and I'm like trying to guess, like evidence tampered is what I guess, because it's like I don't know, it's blood, it's evidence, but you know, I just didn't get it right at all. And I don't know, maybe it was the spectral one, which is like a ghostly apparition. But you know, how do I know? How do I know this blood splatter, is that evidence tampering? Is that ghostly apparition that only appears when I'm nearby? I don't know. I don't really know how I'm was supposed to know. Maybe I should have just studied harder. I don't know. But yeah, it does sometimes feel a little bit like guessing to me, which is okay. I think another thing too is that the house does feel very safe to me. Like again, here's another one. Like I find this heart in the sink, and I don't know, is that evidence? Is it a spectral apparition? It's not EM and it's not a manifestation, but it could be evidence and it could be a spectral apparition. I don't know. I forget what I guess here. I guess we'll find out. Okay, yeah, so there's this one, like, there's normally a corpse there, but he's not there, so I tried to guess that, but, anyway. And this one I said spectral warning, but it could have been evidence, I think. Anyway, so the missing body, it just said no anomaly. I don't know if this was a glitch, but I think that one should have been evidence tampered, but it somehow didn't get picked up. So anyway, this I found a little bit annoying. I almost quit there. You can see me, I'm like, you know, that's me shaking the mouse because I'm like, I'm frustrated. Anyway, but I keep going because, again, this game is very good. And so I think it is a testament that even though there were these kind of frustrating moments that felt a little bit unfair, I still wanted to keep going because there's really a lot to like about this game. Okay, so here's another anomaly I found here. Again, this one, like, I think it's a bit ambiguous, right? Is that there's like some slime over this painting, you know, some like creepy slime over the painting. And so is that evidence tampered? Is it some guy put evidence tampering over the painting? I don't know. Is that what I'm supposed to understand from that? Or maybe it's a spectral manifestation. Maybe it's ectoplasm. You know, I can really think of arguments in either direction, but I forget what it is. I forget what I guess. I think I guess wrong. Maybe I say spectral, but it's evidence, or vice versa. I'm not sure, but it did feel a bit like guesswork. By the way, here's where I noticed that this mannequin is kind of moving around, so the head follows me, but only sometimes. And this was a great effect. So it still hasn't moved, but I kind of go over here, I go in the other room, I come back. Oh, it moved. It moved. It's spooky. It's alive. Anyway, again, very good. It hasn't, I think, moved up until this point. And anyway, wonderful. Wonderful. So here, I guess I say, okay, I don't know, maybe spectral warning. Sure. I don't know. That's sort of guessing. This one, I don't know, spectral warning. Sure. That one's correct. That one's not correct. I don't know why. Maybe that was manifestation. Maybe it was, I guess it was probably manifestation. Anyway, this is kind of where I hit my limit, and I just say, well, that was fun, but, you know, maybe not for me exactly. But all in all, you know, this was a really great game, especially the cat. The cat is the highlight of this game, no doubt. So anyway, this is my review of Fatal Hill. I hope you play it. I think it's a really nice game. I think a lot of itch horror games are not nearly as good as this. This is a real standout. Especially the audio is really great. They also have this like survey in the menu, which I haven't seen anybody do before. It's probably relatively standard practice, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know. You should go check it out. So anyway, here's the itch page. Like the rest of the game, it's really, really good. I think if I had to offer one piece of advice to the dev, it would probably be to change the name, though. I like Silent Hill as well. I put a lot of references to Silent Hill in my own game, but I think the combination of Silent Hill and Fatal Frame, and then the camera mechanics, it just makes the game feel perhaps derivative, where I really don't think that it is. I think this is a very nice, very cool game, and and I really like it. I really like this game, but yeah. Anyway, thumbs up.